Hi guys, I'm back. So we are doing lesson 2 on unit 4, and this first question is a little bit confusing. It says use the ratio method to create two scale drawings, a dilation centered at O, which would be, hold on, never used this one before, so O would be here. So I'm going to do a dilation centered there, and this is the scale factor, meaning I'm going to make it twice as big. And then I'm going to do one at P, doing the same thing, making it twice as big. So really, this involves two dilations here today. So we're going to do that. Oh, I thought I picked eraser. And let me get rid of these markings. So let's get started, and we're going to do a dilation centered at O. So our first step would be to draw a line segment that goes from O, and we'll start by dilating point A. So we need to draw a line segment, use your straight edge, and it's going to go from O through A. So it would look like from O through A. So you're going to use your straight edge to draw a nice long straight line here. And then you're going to do the same thing from O through C and O through B. So do that for all three of those. And so this is kind of the path that those points would travel along during the dilation. And so if your dilation was something bigger than 1, then it would be going out past where the current point is. So if I'm looking at C, I know that it's going to have to come somewhere out here. Now, obviously, that looks like more than twice as long, so it's not going to be quite that big. But we want to actually be able to measure that, and we know in geometry we don't actually use rulers. We use compasses to measure things, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use a compass. And so you're going to put the point of your compass on your center of dilation, which is O, and then you're going to open up your compass so that the pencil is on C, because right now we're just measuring. And so you want to measure the length. Oops, I don't want to move the whole thing. You want to measure the distance from O to C. And so now I have a distance, and I can say the length from O to C is this big. And now I want to move that length, and I want to make it twice as long. So I take my point and I put it on C, and now I can just mark on my line segment where my new point C prime would be. And so I can call this C prime. Oops. Do I still have eraser selected? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so C prime. Sorry, that's a messy C. All right, so then we follow the same process for A and B. So I'm going to take my compass and put the point back at the center of dilation, which is O. I'm going to make my compass the width to go from, oh, I keep doing that, the right width to go from O to A, and I've got to close that back up a little bit more. And so that's the length from O to A, and now I'm going to translate along that line, and I'm going to make A prime twice as far from O as A currently is. So now A is like the midpoint of O, A prime, and here's A prime. Okay, and then one more time with B. Here we go. And I'm going to open up my compass. Actually, I'm going to spin this a little bit first. Then I'm going to open up my compass to B. And spin it just a little more. Okay, so there's the length from O to B, and now make it twice as long. And so we are doing a dilation with a scale factor of 2. And so we call this now B prime. Let's see. And now your last thing that you need to do is you need to go ahead and draw the line segments to connect those. And so that's going to look like this. I'm going to go from B. Oh, I don't want to do this. I want a straight line. Undo. Hold on. Okay, so I want a straight line that goes from B to C to A prime and back to B prime. Okay, so there's our first dilation. Now you're going to do this all again, but this time you're going to center your dilation at P. And so when you do that, I'm just going to get you started. You're going to have to finish this off. So when I do that, I'm going to, let's do red this time. I'm going to start with my point at P, and I'm going to draw my lines this time going the opposite direction, and then I'm going to follow the same process that I just did for A, B, and C, but now I'm going to get A double prime, B double prime, C double prime. And then you can go from there and answer the rest of the questions and see what you notice about the two new triangles that we got. I would have one in blue and one in red on the opposite side. So go ahead and finish that up.